Hi guys, welcome back to the mummy journey. We had Amy posted up on Instagram some Q&A to get to know us, and the people remained unanimous. So
Anonymous.
Yeah,
So we posted a picture on Instagram saying for people to ask questions. I put a link in my bio so you could go and ask anonymous questions. So you could ask us anything you want, just for you to kind of get to know us, because we haven't done a video like this, have we?
No.
Where just random anything. Obviously I've had to filter out some of the questions.
We had loads of questions, so thanks to everyone who did ask some questions.
Yeah,
we had some real good questions, so we're going to answer them for you now.
Okay. What's your favourite outfit that Eva has, and what brands does she wear?
What's your favourite?
What's your favourite? I have lots of favourites of Eva's. I really love, she has this Jules outfit that I really love. It's little shorts and a blue top with like a dog with a party hat on. I absolutely love that. I quite love all her Jules clothes.
Yeah.
The brands that she wears, most of her clothes are from, I would say, Next.
Yeah, Next.
She does have some Mother Care clothes and
some little boutiques you buy from.
Yeah, from Instagram.
There's loads of little stuff. It's always good to support, you know, little companies as well.
As we run a company ourselves, we know how hard it is to kind of,
and it's,
you know,
things are a bit more original as well. So you go to Next, you find the stuff, and yeah, it's nice, but someone else, a little company, you know, maybe like a family company, have designed something.
I've bought quite a few leggings as well from different companies. Anyway, we'll leave all the links below to like the small shops, Instagram shops that we use. I just wanted to say before my question, you are hitting amazing milestones with your blog and now YouTube. I followed your journey from when you were pregnant with little Eva. You're doing amazing. Oh, thank you. So my question is, what brand is your favourite and anything you would definitely recommend? We have a lot of man baby and a lot of newbie stuff. Most of Eva's weaning stuff is newbie, and her bottles, soothers and stuff like that is man baby. They're two brands which I love anyway.
The newbie stuff is good, like the tube. We
bought a tube. She has.
The Tiva we first bought was about £6. We thought, oh, that's a lot of money, but she absolutely loves it, and it's good for when she's teething. And you start noticing she gets a bit more grouchy, and you give her that, and then she's happy for a bit, and she'll just chew on it.
Yeah,
so it's a really good toy. It just looks like a piece of plastic to me, but it did work wonders, so I could recommend that.
Yeah, I would recommend definitely getting a Chico Next to me if I could recommend anything. It's just so much easier, especially in the night, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like just having it, obviously you can put the side down so you have them next to you, and it's so much easier lifting them in and out than having to get out of bed, like lean in. I'd definitely recommend that. Do you have any regrets in life? Things you'd have done differently? Love your little family. I don't have any regrets. Sounds cliche and cheesy, but it's made me who I am today.
Yeah, no regrets really. You know, you go through life.
You do bad things and you make wrong decisions. You
try and learn from them.
Yeah,
just learn from it. You know, yeah, you might regret it at the time, and then after a couple of months later, you might be like, why was I even bothered? So I think everyone may have regrets, but in our opinion, you know, don't regret anything. Every decision made at the time, if it was a bad decision, then just learn from it and you become a better person.
Hey, getting deep there, aren't you? How old are you, Beth?
I'm bloody 30.
And I'm 25.
Getting well old.
Yeah, so I'm 25, 26 in September, and Sean will be 31 in December.
Yeah.
Getting a bit past it now, aren't you? Do you have many date nights? What's your favourite thing about each other?
Date nights? Well, we try. If you don't know this, Amy's from Huddersfield, I'm from Birmingham. We both just met by chance in Worcester. So we haven't got... my brother lives here, which he isn't great with babies.
He's not a kiddie person, he doesn't have children himself.
Yeah, he's more of like, you know, he likes his own space and stuff. He loves Eva, don't get me wrong, but he'll be petrified looking after her.
And like my family's not obviously around there, still in Huddersfield, but my best friend Rosie, who's Eva's godmom, will look after her.
She's right in the corner.
Yeah, she lives around the corner, but it's just harder, like when you don't have anyone around. We do try and stuff, but obviously we don't want to put that pressure on just one person all the time. So what's your favourite thing about each other?
Amy's bottom. She's got a nice bum and she's just a lovely person, so...
Oh God, is that all you can come up with?
Well, that's true.
Sean's really funny. He's got a really good sense of humour, and he's a plonker at times, but he's funny. And I love your eyes.
I've got crap eyes, really.
I like them. Are you going back to work and will Eva be going to nursery? Will you miss her? Of course I'll miss her if she goes to nursery. I'm with her every day. It's going to be weird if she goes to nursery. I'm not sure about work yet. Haven't really discussed it.
You haven't decided yet?
No, so that's all I'm saying about it.
Yeah, it's quite a tough one.
What's both of yours favourite series you've ever watched? I bet you don't get to watch much now you have a baby.
We used to watch Game of Thrones together.
And then I got lost.
And Amy gets really confused. And she's like, what's going on? What's going on? So we stopped watching that.
My favourite series is Pretty Little Liars.
She used to love Pretty Little Liars. Every time, like, what are you doing? Watching Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah.
And then...
And Gossip Girl as well.
Well, I like the worst TV. Amy likes the worst TV. So we watch Love Island.
Cringe, we watch
Towie.
Real Housewives of Cheshire.
Which is brilliant.
Sean just loves it because of all the drama and the arguments.
Yeah, so, you know, we've got... When we sit down, like 24 Hours in Police Custody and... Making a Murder, that was brilliant.
Yeah,
we like really a lot
good.
Of when we first
got Netflix series kind of things.
When we first got together, we used to stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning watching crime things, didn't we?
We love like crime programs, anything like that. We love that Safe as well. If you haven't watched it, definitely check it out. Yeah. It's new on Netflix.
And the crime ones, it was like she murdered them in the bathroom with a knife, and literally we stay up till 3 o'clock and then watch Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmare. So a lot of terrible TV.
What's one baby product that you wouldn't recommend?
The egg.
You hear that egg, don't you? The grow egg, yeah.
Amy went on a mad one and started panicking, so she bought an egg temperature thing.
Because everyone was telling me, oh, you don't know the temperature of the room. They've got to wear Wantog sleeping bags and only a vest in this. And
I don't know what it cost, but
it was £20 I spent, and we've never used it. It's always been in Eva's room with the plug turned off.
Just looks like
not
an egg.
used. So I am selling it if anyone wants a grow egg.
It's amazing, really. You should buy it.
Why did you stop breastfeeding? I didn't want to stop breastfeeding. I breastfed Eva for 3.5 months. I didn't want to stop. Basically, I woke up one morning and my right boob had stopped working, so I didn't have any milk production coming from there. It's like a cow or something. Yeah. Coming from that side, so I slowly breastfed for that was about 3 months. I slowly breastfed for about half a month on one side, on my left side. But the midwife told me to introduce a bottle to Eva as well.
She lost a bit of weight, didn't she?
Yeah, so she said to introduce a bottle as well, for me to express into a bottle, so she could have that, and then that would get her used to taking a bottle as well when I wanted to stop breastfeeding her. And Eva just preferred the bottle in the end, and it was really hard for me to keep up with expressing and everything, especially when Sean's at work and I'm in the house on my own. It was really hard, so I ended up just putting her on formula. Yeah. And it was the best thing that's ever happened. She's so much more content. As much as I love breastfeeding, I just don't think that I was producing enough for her when she was getting older. It wasn't enough. So when she was having formula, she was a lot more content, a lot more happier.
Yeah, and she was full a lot more. You could tell from when we started, it got to a point where she wasn't really getting full. And then as soon as we introduced the bottle, when she was a baby, she used to go into like milk coma, so she'd have the milk and go to sleep. And then I noticed after a bit she wasn't, and she just seemed really grouchy all the time. And as soon as we started having the bottle, you'd feed her a bottle and she'd just fall asleep. Yeah, it was a hard time for Amy. She thought, she wanted to carry on breastfeeding, but
sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. So don't put too much pressure on yourself. Like Sean said to me, you've done it long enough now.
Yeah, I said, look, you've done the best. So you know, even though it's hard, breastfeeding is hard. You know, I mean, it's not easy.
Well, you're both learning a skill. Your baby's learning and you're learning as well. It's hard work and it's tiring.
Yeah, and the pain thing as well. But the 3 months, she got the best of what she could get, and then it was just time for her to just go into the bottle. So she's been happy ever since.
Hey, how long have you lived together? Do you live in a flat or a house? What made you live in Worcester? Me and Sean actually moved in together after 2 months of being together. It was the whole thing of I ended up in Worcester because I went to uni here to train to be a teacher. So when I'd finished, I'd obviously met Sean. We was 2 months into a relationship and I was going to go back home, but we didn't want to have a long distance relationship, so Sean begged me to move in with him.
Yeah, so it was quite quick.
But it worked out for us. Do you live in a flat or a house?
In the house.
We live in a house. We did live in a flat. I moved into Sean's flat with him. His dad owns that flat, so we lived there. And then when we was expecting Eva, we moved into our house. What made you live in Worcester?
We didn't really... I moved from Birmingham to Worcester because my dad bought property here. So he was like, why don't you go and move to Worcester?
And then I went to uni here and then ended up staying. Hi guys, what's it like watching your partner give birth? I'm scared mine will run out of the room. Oh, I'm sure he won't. I saw you had a water birth, Amy. Would you recommend it?
Yeah, to watch Amy give birth, I'm not going to lie, is horrible. You know, it's all building up to this big thing and you think, you know, you just got to be there, be supportive. No matter how scared you are at the time, just stay strong, brother, stay strong. And be there for her. Lucky Amy's birth was over by the time I got to hospital in about
2 hours.
2 hours. Just bang, gone. But that 2 hours felt like a lifetime. So your partner is going to stay strong and, you know, just be there as much as you can. And at the end you have a, you know, beautiful child. So
yeah, water birth, I'll definitely recommend it if you can have one. Like, it just, I don't know, obviously I've never had a baby before, so I don't know what it's like to not have a water birth, but
it was amazing.
Like the pool, like as soon as I got in there, it was just such good. The pool is really hot and like it does burn your ass off, but it was so much better. Like the pain relief just gave me so. I didn't have any pain relief. I had gas and air, but because my labour was going so quickly, it didn't take any effect on me. I didn't have it for long enough, so just having the water was amazing anyway. Like, it just was a really good pain relief for me. Has having a baby put pressure on your relationship?
I think...
Yes, having a baby puts pressure on everyone's relationship. Don't ever feel like you're on your own when you're having arguments and stuff. Me and Sean have had our fair few arguments and it's always over your child all the time, and it's always over who's done this and who's done what, and oh, I've cleaned this and you've done nothing, and absolute rubbish. Like, and we've kind of realised now, like 7 months in, that you don't need to be arguing about things like that. Like, what's the point? No point.
That's the thing. It's never gonna be easy. We ain't gonna lie to you and say we're the perfect couple, because, you know, everyone argues. You just gotta be there for each other. You know, you're gonna have your good times, you're gonna have your bad times.
How do you find being a new daddy? Is it tough? Do you feel left out? I just want to know how my partner will feel as we're approaching my due date. Happy due date.
Yeah, no, I don't feel left out at all. If anything, you become closer. So, you know, you've got this little baby which you're going to have. So, you know, you want to be there for it, and like it's nice to have like family time as well. So like them little moments, you're all just sitting together, and yeah, one advice is try and do as much as you can, really. Even if you are tired, or if you really can't be bothered, but just try and do it anyway. Trying to help each other.
Definitely have to work as a team, I'd say.
Yeah. So no, you won't feel left out at all.
This is a bit personal. How did you afford to go on holiday as a family? We really want to take our little one away, but the cost is ridiculous, and I'm scared of taking him. He's 4 months. We found an amazing deal. Like, we literally booked probably about 3 months before we were gonna go.
Yeah. Through Thompson. We found an amazing deal. And it's all inclusive.
It was all inclusive, 4-star as well, so it was brilliant, really. I think just fish around for deals and don't be scared of taking them. It's a lot. You think it's a lot worse than what it actually is.
Once you're there, it's like
you just get on with it.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the idea of Doodle Pip? You do some great giveaways. What inspired you?
We started it, we was decorating Eva's room. Amy was looking for prints. If you don't know, I'll do graphic design, and I've done a lot of artwork since I can remember. So Amy was looking for these prints. I said, how much was that print? Amy was like £15, and I was just like,
I'll just do it.
Yeah, why don't we do it ourselves? And like Amy, she runs the social media, does responsible all the giveaways, and we made either a print, pull it out there, and it's going well. So yeah,
go check us out.
Check us out. Do the pic.
Do you use any editing software for your pictures? They always look so clear and clean cut. By the way, your daughter's a dream. The only editing I use is Facetune, just to whiten my pictures, just to whiten what's white in my photos. That's it. I don't use anything. I just use natural lighting is the best thing that you can use. I think that's all I do. Oh, here we go. You haven't got any running around anywhere, have you? Is this your first baby? None with any previous partners? No, Sean's got 6 babies previously. No, I'm joking. No, this is my first baby.
Yeah, definitely my first baby.
Yeah, this is our first baby. Did it take you long to conceive either? Me and my partner have been trying for over a year now. It doesn't seem to be happening for us. Just relax and it will happen in your own time.
Yeah, we like came to a decision. We didn't really sit down and say we want a baby, but at the same time we spoke like as you do in a relationship, and we both wanted a baby with each other. We didn't say we were going to do it in this time, and I know a couple that are trying as well, and they've been trying for a while, but we didn't really try really. It just kind of happened.
Yeah, so I came off my injection. I used to have the injection, so I came off that in September, and we was pregnant by January.